Hey y'all, I'm James Wright and welcome to the shop. Today we're talking about boiled linseed oil, one of my favorite topics. Let's dive in. You've seen it on the channel 100 times. I make my own boiled linseed oil, and I have several videos on how to make your own boiled linseed oil. I have videos on how to use it, how to do it with paste wax, what I do, different types, safety. I actually have a video showing boiled linseed oil catching on fire. It's one of my favorite topics. It is a fascinating oil, and I absolutely love it. And that's one of the reasons why I do a lot of my finishing with boiled linseed oil. The problem is, making the stuff yourself can be dangerous. And it's not something that everyone wants to undertake. So is there a place where you can actually buy it without all the chemicals? Well, that's what I want to look at, because there have been a lot of different companies that have come out with things that might actually fit the bill. Today I want to do a test of a whole bunch of different boiled linseed oils and other similar things that I have recently come across. So we're going to be comparing my homemade boiled linseed oil to the store-bought boiled linseed oil, to a couple different European boiled linseed oils that say they have nothing else in them, to one that's called double boiled, Plaza, that'll be interesting. Tried and true, lots of people absolutely love this stuff. So we have their Danish Oil, which is actually a polymerized linseed oil, and then a couple others that are linseed oil plus. And then we have two here from Safecoat that are different varieties of it. Now I have a link to all of these down below in the description, so if you want to see anything specific about it, I've done as much digging as I can. I would actually like to go and test them and see, are there any other chemicals in them, but I don't have my capabilities on that. So if anyone has a lead on where I could send samples to actually get them tested, that would be kind of fun, and I might end up adding a few more to the list. But right now I want to go through some of the different options and then show how their finish came out. Now, number one, as a finish, I actually rather enjoyed them all. They're all pretty close. They all have almost exactly the same color across the board. All of them they're that rich boiled linseed oil color you get. And so from the homemade stuff all the way up to some of the more technical items, they all have roughly the same color, and I was very, very happy with that. Also, they all have roughly the same drying time. They're all basically fully polymerized within 24 hours. So as a replacement for just standard boiled linseed oil, pretty much all of these will give you that same texture, that same color, that same luster. They just have a few different application differences to them, and so let's actually look at each individual one and some of the things I've learned about them. So I'm going to skip the homemade and store-bought. I've done plenty of videos on those. Let's actually dive into the first one here. The first one is from Maker. I'm probably totally butchering that one. This was probably the closest to my homemade boiled linseed oil. In smell, in application, in the fluidity of it, this one was right on. Now I wasn't able to find any specific information about were there no dryers on it and things like that, but everything I've been reading on it says this is pretty good stuff and it smells like it should. So I really liked this one. Next we have one from Albach. This is one that came from Ontario. This was incredibly close, smells very, very similar to my homemade. It is a little bit more fluid and it's a little bit lighter in color. That's why a lot of painters really like this one, because it's a little bit lighter. It actually mixes better with the colors. Again, they say it's just cold pressed and boiled. I couldn't find any information that they said, yes, it does not have chemical dryers or anything like that, but everything I can see from it, its smell, its look, it looks like really good stuff. So both of these I think are very, very highly rated in comparison. Next is a fun one you can get on Amazon called Plaza. And so I got this little bottle of it and it's listed as double boiled linseed oil. Now I couldn't find any information on this one if it's without dryers. It smells like it, but it is very, very thick, and so that's one of the reasons why it's double boiled, because it's really, really close to polymerization. This kind of goes on like honey. It's a good bit thicker, and you can work it into a lot of pores. So I kind of like that about it, but you're probably not going to get quite as much penetration as you would with some of the others. But it's very readily available, and you can get it in little bottles like this all the way up to 5-gallon jugs. Next up, we have 3 varieties from Tried and True, and this is an American company that I really like. Number one, they have what they call Danish Oil, and this is just their straight polymerized linseed oil. It's a boiled linseed oil. It has no dryers in it. They talk about that. Everything's listed on the back. You could drink this stuff. It is safe for food contact. It is no dryers. It has no VOCs. This is basically just linseed oil, and it smells just like the other straight boiled linseed oil. It smells just like my homemade stuff. And I really, really like this stuff. It goes on very similar, has a similar color. Great stuff. Tried and True also has two other ones that are boiled linseed oil plus. So these are what most people call Danish oil, and their Danish oil is actually boiled linseed oil. So try not to get those confused, because Danish oil is linseed oil plus. But in this case, we have their original, which is polymerized linseed oil plus beeswax. And this is really, really thick. This is like a honey or a loose molasses. Goes on really well, fills pores. You're not going to get quite as much penetration with this, but it's kind of an all-in-one. You put this on and you almost have your paste wax on with it. Next we have what they have as their varnish, which is a polymerized linseed oil plus a natural resin. And it does work just like a varnish. Again, this also has no chemical dryers. It is food safe. So this is a great one to have on hand. I'm probably going to use this for a lot of my bowls and other things that will be coming in food contact. I was very, very pleased with it. It's got a nice mixture to it. It's a little bit thicker than the boiled linseed oil, but not quite as thick as the one with beeswax in it. And then last we have two that I've been told I need to try, which is Safe Coat. Now these aren't really boiled linseed oil. They're other things, but they are very natural. They have a lot of ingredients that I really like, but they are a mix of a lot of other things. Number one, we have the clear penetrating oil. Now this one is probably the closest to just polymerized linseed oil. It's very thin, it soaks in nicely, you get good penetration with it. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more technical than just straight boiled linseed oil, this is a good one. Low VLCs, non-toxic. I'm guessing there's a dryer in here, but I'm really happy with it as to I would have no problem with sticking my hands in this. I don't know if I'd want to drink this one, but it is a very nice product. And last we have their oil and wax finish. Now this is a little bit thinner than the Tried and True oil and wax. It'll soak in a good bit more and you'll probably get more penetration. But again, it is low VLC. I don't know if I'd want to drink this. But it is a very safe one. I wouldn't have problems with it being with my hands in it, and I kind of liked it. So for the surfaces here, we have the homemade boiled linseed oil, and this over here is what I let thick and let it dry, and this is where I wiped off the excess. Really, really similar to it. They soak in pretty nicely. This is the store-bought stuff, very, very similar, maybe a hair lighter. It dried just a tiny bit faster than the homemade stuff, but very, very close. Again, this is where I've wiped it off. This is where it was a bit thicker. Really can't tell much difference. Next we have 3 Fargsmaker, the Swedish oil. Again, almost identical. I really didn't see much difference. Also with the Ambach, I like this one a little bit more where I've wiped it off rather than leaving it on thick, but most of the time I like to wipe off any excess. I don't like that to fully cure on there. 5, this is Plaza. It's a bit thicker. It has a slight oily texture to it afterwards, but I think that's just because it doesn't soak in as much and you'll probably have to do a little bit more wiping off with the Plaza. But again, color-wise, finish, gloss, I really kind of like it. You can see a little bit of the difference where I left it on thick here as opposed to where it was wiped off excess. You can get a little bit more sheen where it was put on thicker. Next, the Tried and True boiled linseed oil here. Again, thick on this side, wiped off on this side. Color pretty close. Tried and True plus beeswax. You got a little bit more sheen on this one, as the beeswax is kind of sitting on top a bit more. Then we have the Tried and True natural resins. Again, leaving it on thick, wiping it off. Nice. Good bit of sheen on there. It's more of a finish than just an oil. And our last 2, Safe Eco, more of the same. They look pretty similar. All of these have a fairly nice matte finish. Some of them have a little bit more gloss. But in the end, they all give you that look you're looking for when you're trying to get boiled linseed oil. I left all of their rags flat out on the ground and to see how long they dried before they're ready to throw away. All of them were pretty much ready to throw away within 24 hours. And usually that's the way I'm going to do it with rags. Let them out flat so that they're not going to be holding in their heat, and they will dry out, and then once they're dry and crispy you can throw them away without any fear of it. I don't put them in water, because if you put them in water, then when you pull them out, they're ready to go again. And I've actually seen a fire caused by rags taken out of water, wadded up, and thrown in the trash can. So yeah, I don't like that. If you have a fireplace, put them in there, or if you can leave them outside, great. But usually I just lay them out flat, let them cure, and they're good to go. So with all that, what are my conclusions? If I were in Canada, I'd probably be buying the en bloc because it's readily available and it's probably the cheapest option there. If I'm in Europe, the this one would be a very great one to have. It's probably a little cheaper to get over there, although I'm sure that there are some other places where you can buy similar things like that in Europe. I wasn't very happy with the Plaza because it's just so thick it didn't penetrate very well. Yeah, it's readily available on Amazon, but no, I probably wouldn't like that. I really liked the tried and true polymerized oil. This one is the one I think I would buy here in the United States. It was all around exactly what I want. The only thing I don't like about it is I don't like it in the can. I would rather in a jug where I can pour it out. But I have no problem sticking my hand in this. I would have no problem drinking this. It is a good finish. So yes, this is probably what I would use if I didn't make it myself. In the end, for me, it's just a little cheaper to make it myself because I can just buy the cold pressed linseed oil and boil it up. It just takes more time. Now, if you like the more finished states, rather than just putting on oil and then putting on other finishes, you may like the tried and true. If I'm doing anything with a food item, this is probably what I'm going to be using in the future. I really liked the varnish oil. This came out very well, cured nicely, had a good coat to it, a nice soft finish. The wax as well came out very nice, and they both gave me the color I was expecting with the boiled linseed oil. So I would probably be using these on some of the food safe items. The Safe Coat Naturals, yeah, they're kind of expensive for what they are, and honestly, for about the same price you can get tried and true, and this stuff is a little bit more, I know what's in it. So I'm not a huge fan of these, but if that is your thing, then hey, it's an option. Again, I have links to all of these down below. A few years ago, there were not many options available for a boiled linseed oil. And it was kind of one of those things where you either make it yourself or you go to the store and you get the stuff that's not really nice. But now there are a lot more options, and there are more and more coming online. I'm usually looking for the paint supply stores. That's where most of these are often sold because they're often mixed with paint pigments and used to make natural paints. But for the woodworking industry, there's more and more that are starting to come out. The tried and trues, I'm really loving these, and I'm probably going to be using them more. And then you see other companies coming out like Safe Coat and things like Plaza, and there's probably going to be more coming online in the not too distant future. So yeah, give it a try. Experiment with some new things. If there's something you'd like to let me try, let me know. I'll take a look at that. Also, if you have any questions about these, let me know those down in the comments below. Feel free to check out the links and see what those are. And I think that'll about do it for today. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to the patrons on Patreon, members here on the channel, everybody scrolling over here on the side. They're the ones making this channel happen. They're the reason why I could go out and buy all of these and test them. It's not a very cheap thing, and I'm probably not going to make my money back here on YouTube for this. So thank you to everyone supporting the channel and making videos like this happen. You are quite literally the reason that this channel keeps happening. So if you'd like to find out more about that, there is a link to Patreon down below, or you can click that little join button over there and become a member. I think that's it for today. And until next time, have a wonderful day. At what point do you have enough oil in your shop to be considered an oil baron?